Paul, we can still see the snow falling, and of course, as you were saying, the fear that these winds will increase now as the afternoon goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the big fear at the moment. Listen, I've been talking to people in and around Otley, and they're kind of, at the moment, they're pretty, no pun intended, chilled out about it. They're looking around and they're kind of saying, it's not really settling at the moment. We've seen worse than this. We're hardy folk. We can deal with this. Southern Jesse, some of them implying. But later on, it could change, because once that wind whips up and these snowflakes get a little bit thicker, and the temperature will have to actually slightly nudge up for that to happen. At the moment, it's 0 degrees, but as the wind increases, it feels more like sort of -2, -3. The temperature actually has to pick up by a degree or two for those snowflakes to bind together and then settle, and then you get those blizzards moving in, which make the snow drift onto the roads, which have been ploughed, have been gritted, but that's going to be much more challenging for the authorities, who are also looking after vulnerable people in the community. Yes, this snow isn't affecting all parts of the country, but here in Yorkshire they're taking precautions. We've been hearing earlier in the last hour, we were speaking to Otley Action for Older People. They're a small independent voluntary organisation that help with the elderly, and they've been out delivering fish and chips around the community, and also delivering warm packs via the fire service. That's provided by a central cost of living fund. So they're taking precautions here to try and look after the vulnerable. But in terms of those less vulnerable people, they're still up for it in the snow, as these dog walkers earlier told us. They're not bothered by it.
No,
yeah.
They know I've got biscuits in my pocket.
That'll be why. Have you faced any disruptions, sir? Or are you worried about what's coming later? They're saying snow and blizzards, maybe 40 centimetres?
No. It looks pretty clear so far.
Yeah, so you'll be all right. It's not affecting work or anything like that?
No, I'm retired anyway.
Do you love this weather?
I don't mind it. I prefer it to rain.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'm a dog walker, so it's heaven.
It's fine then. But you haven't gone for the dog coats either.
So these are all fine. Although my own dog, she's 9 and she does wear a coat because of the temperature. Yeah. But these run around, and it's not good when they're running around to have coats on.
They get too hot.
They do, yeah.
Are you worried about the snow that's coming later, the blizzards, amber warnings, all that kind of thing?
I just think as long as people are at home and they can look after their own dogs, then I'm fine with that.
So 3 o'clock mark, the amber alert kicks in this part of England, stretching from Stoke all the way up to Durham, through the Pennines, the Yorkshire Dales, the Peak District, in and around Leeds, etc. And that's going to last till midday tomorrow. In Wales, it's already started. That lasts until 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then in Northern Ireland, there's an amber warning in eastern Northern Ireland. That starts from 3 o'clock this afternoon as well, and runs through till 4 a.m. tomorrow. And effectively, it means that there is chance of a major disruption to travel, possible power outages, possible loss of the mobile phone network, and the advice is, as ever, stay indoors, work from home if you can, look after the vulnerable, and get a cup of tea.